right, y'all.
We're back.
We're back. We're Black and White Randomz podcast. I'm TAK Scott. This is
Trish.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
So we're back with another random podcast.
Yep. That's the whole point.
Whole point.
Yep.
Random topics.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know how it goes.
Yep.
Viral topics, world events,
opinions. We've had some top fives recently. A whole bunch of stuff.
a whole bunch of randoms.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna get it moving.
Okay.
All right. So have you seen the cooking with Kaya videos that have recently surfaced on TikTok?
I've seen a couple snippets of them. Mostly I've seen like people reacting to it. So I haven't watched a full like an entire video.
All right, so now you have cooking with Kaya versus I guess cooking with Ja.
Okay.
So there's new videos surfacing because they're comparing, I guess, men's opinions to Kaya versus Ja. On how they actually feel about one being more obtainable than the other. They feel like Kaya is more personable and she's more affordable.
Ooh.
Says a lot of the men online.
What?
Which is the hype around Kaya because it's like, yeah, she's cooking, the body is whatever.
Right.
She seems like she's personable, whatever. And then you got Ja, who pretty girl. I'm assuming like haven't really seen her full body aesthetically, but I'm gonna assume like she's probably just as whatever.
Okay.
They're saying that Kaya is more affordable because the area of the apartment that she's cooking in looks like it's more attainable. She doesn't look like she's super expensive. Whereas though Ja, if you look at Ja's like the aesthetics of the kitchen that she's cooking in, they're pretty much like, I can't afford all of that. So they're not saying she's not appealing. They're just saying like,
I'm not good enough for you.
Necessarily, if they saw her, on the street, and seeing her videos, they don't think that they would even be able to attain her. A lot of the regular gentlemen, as we should call them, I guess they're gonna leave her for the top 1%ers or whatever. I don't know. I saw her kitchen. I mean, I feel like she got a decent home and all that, but they're trying to like assume like I guess she's high maintenance or whatever compared to Kaya.
Y'all doing a lot of reaching, I think. Let me chill out.
I don't know, but some of the videos of women are like, "Dang, well, I guess we getting a real insight to how men really feel." And I'm like, if a man is into you, he into you no matter what kind of money you making. So
that's true.
Day, if he feels like you're in his wheelhouse, he gonna be after you no matter what. I just feel like
that's true.
The average guy would probably go for Kaya first over like a Ja, but I feel like Ja would be the end result if they made it. Like that makes sense. It's like, I don't know. It's just giving real weird vibes.
Yeah, and it's another one of those, stop comparing women. Women don't have to compete. Like, it's also given that, like,
no, I mean,
why are they
like,
being
I
like?
Don't think that like they're comparing them. I think men are just giving their honest opinion. Like,
I don't know.
I think they were asked why, like, they were hyping this woman up because another thing is a lot of women are starting to hate on Kaya too.
Okay,
which still doesn't make sense to me.
Right? Why?
But I was watching somebody's video earlier, and they were, most women that I saw like actually react to the video actually like what was on Kaya's side. But then you got other women that are like, oh, she's giving off pick me energy, and I'm like, how was that? Like through a video, she's giving off pick me energy. What? It's like I think the girl put it to like she put it like this. Like she's throwing the fact that like if you can't cook for your man, like I'll be there to cook for him. If you can't do this for your man, I'm there. Like that type of energy. I was like, bro, like y'all be reading too much into this stuff. Yeah. You're so quick to call other women pick-me's for no reason at all. You don't know anything about this girl.
No, not a thing.
You have no idea. All you know is she make videos on TikTok cooking in her kitchen. And every now and then she probably throw a Turk or something or a little twirl or something in there. That's all we know about this woman.
Yeah.
You have no idea how this girl actually thinks.
Yeah.
But you're assuming
social media. Y'all be doing a lot.
She has pick me energy.
Y'all be doing a lot.
No, a lot of them mad because they butts can't cook or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like men still gonna be men. A lot of them still want home cooked meals. Like that's the appeal. Whether they are into Ja or Kaya or both or whatever it is, the appeal is always gonna be what the appeal is. It's an attractive looking woman in the kitchen making a good looking meal, enjoying herself.
Right.
She's seemingly looking happy. That's gonna be attractive to most people, period.
Right.
So what?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't really get it either. I don't.
It just shows how much women just be hating on each other is what it is.
Yeah. A lot of y'all do.
Moving along. Do you think that Black women's accomplishments are often overshadowed by appearances?
Ooh. Their own or their perception of their appearance. So yeah, in multiple ways, I think that's a problem.
In society, that is very much a problem.
Yeah.
I've seen multiple videos of people ignoring Black women's accomplishments just because they aesthetically look a certain way, their body is shaped a certain way. They wear a dress that their white counterpart might wear, but because their body is shaped a specific way, it's deemed a specific type of way.
Right.
I got two different examples, right? So I was listening to this story time, right? And it was a white male, and I want to say his wife was like Korean, right? His son had never dated a Black woman, right?
Okay.
His son is really excited, has his Black girlfriend, invites the family over eventually for dinner, and the husband pretty much is like, am I the asshole type ordeal, because he knows the wife doesn't really like the fact that his son is dating this Black chick, right? So they get there, the Black girl cooks them a nice meal, soul food, whatever. The husband is like really enjoying the meal, whatever. He compliments the girl on her meal, and the wife was like, I don't know why you, like, basically like, I don't know why you all hyped about it or whatever. It's just a meal type ordeal, whatever. And the son pretty much was like, what is like wrong with you? Like, whatever. So I guess like it comes up like she, has a social media, whatever, and they looking at videos, and the mom was like, why she twerking or whatever, that online, this, that, and the third. And the girl apparently in the videos, like she wasn't really twerking, like she was doing TikTok dances or whatever.
Okay.
The girl apparently her appearance is, she keeps her hair done, her lashes are done, her nails are not super long, but they're long or whatever. And I guess the mom was like trying to pick her appearance apart.
What?
Because she had those things. But the husband was like, meanwhile, while we scrolling through her social media, she has all of these accomplishments. She has degrees, she owns her own business, she's doing this, she's doing that, like whatever. And they just got this new apartment, which is another thing, because that's why they invited them over for the meal and all that other stuff. And the mom is like really like just trying to rip her to shreds.
What?
And the boyfriend pretty much kicked his mother out because he was trying to tear her down. And the dad was like, you went and looked on her social media. He's like, I didn't see anything wrong with it. She has all these good like accomplishments. He was like, meanwhile, his ex, who you quote unquote like and follow on social media, who's with a different dude every couple of weeks, didn't have a degree, didn't finish her education, she's not going anywhere for herself. You prefer that because I can't remember what he said the race was, but I want to say the girl was like part Asian or whatever that he's dating before the Black girl. So they pretty much leave. When they got kicked out, they left. They get to the car. The wife is crying, by the way. She is totally pulling a Karen. Listen, anyway, she's crying. He's like, well, what you crying for? She's like, well, you didn't even defend me. Then he was like, why would I defend you and you're wrong? Like,
right.
When they first got together or whatever, because he's white, her Asian parents didn't particularly like him in the beginning. He was like, I was in that seat. Like, why would I sit up here and defend you over that? He was like, you were absolutely wrong. Any other circumstance, yeah, I would have been, I'd have had your back. He was like, but with that, I'm not for it. So they get home, she go in the room, she's crying, whatever. And he like, well, am I the asshole?
No.
You're absolutely not the asshole.
No. No, you're not.
But an even crazier topic is, I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, whatever, this chick blew up on the news. It was a news anchor or whatever. She blew up on the news. I think they called her like Traffic Bay or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, she, to the blind eye, she wore the same type of clothes her counterparts would be wearing. Because her body was specifically a little bit more curvy and shapelier. Some of the women were hating on her. Oh, it's unprofessional for her to be on the news. No, y'all old biddies was mad because y'all husbands was finally tuning in the traffic to see the traffic update.
I think something about that is familiar. There was a weather girl too who got a lot of backlash for the same type of thing. She was doing the weather.
And I'm like, at the end of the day, we got to stop overlooking people's accomplishments and how they got there. Clearly, the news station didn't care about how she was dressed,
nope.
Which means she was dressed professionally enough for them not to send her home. Let's start with that.
Mm-hmm.
She works in a professional setting. She went to school for journalism because that's how most of them get their jobs, on TV, doing the weather or the news or whatever else. They are journalists, a lot of them. They either go to school for communications or journalism.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to ignore the fact that she's educated and all this other stuff because her body is a little bit more shapelier in the same dress that you would put on, but your body ain't stacked like that.
Right, it doesn't fill it out the same way.
So let's put her down or try to put her down because she's shaped a specific way. Now, it would be one thing if she was like spilling out of the dress. Now it's unprofessional.
Yeah,
the dress was still the perfect length. Yes, it was a little bit more form-fitting. But if you think about it, most clothes now, when you go to buy them, are form-fitting.
It is hard to find something that's not bodycon.
Damn, none. Like, she's not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
It is hard to find non-bodycon dresses right now.
And that's what I'm saying.
For all sizes, whether y'all ought to be wearing them or not, it's hard to find them. That's a whole.
For all intents and purposes, her dress was not even a bodycon dress. The original one that I saw her in.
Okay.
I feel like it's the same thing with the black teacher that was in the kindergarten class.
Yeah.
Like, now that one, you could probably argue one way or the other, depending on what outfit she might or might not have had.
Right. That was I haven't seen another one of those stories, but I definitely saw different versions of that at some point this week. I saw I guess she's in her late 20s. She said it was a black girl. She said she went home for Thanksgiving and her mother was hounding her about how inappropriately she dresses. And she said, y'all, I dressed out her closet the whole week I was there. She hated every piece of clothing I put on me because it fit me differently than it fit her. She said, I deliberately dressed out my mother's closet the whole time I was there. And she hated every single outfit. Even though they're her clothes, her style, and they're conservative, she hated them all. Because they fit me differently than they fit her.
My thing is this. We can't help how our bodies are shaped.
No.
Period, point blank. I don't care if you put a sweater dress, because even sweater dresses show off a shape to a certain extent. If you have a body, you could throw on a daggone drape. You still gonna be able to see
something.
What is going on up under there.
Yep.
So it's not like they can help. A lot of these girls can help it. Now, don't get me wrong. It is something that dresses
that do a lot
for a lot of attention and this, that, and the third. These girls have professional jobs. They're trying to go and work. I even feel like to a certain extent, what is her name? Jasmine Crockett. Her hair became a topic at a point about how her hair was done. Her wigs, her braids, her this, that. I'm like, bro, it's distracting y'all from the message because y'all are worried about. Now, Jasmine Crockett, it might not be her dress style is very professional because of the type of, job she has. She works in government.
She literally leaves no room for commentary on her clothing.
No, not at all.
No.
It's usually her hair. Like, judge down to a T. The hair. If it's not her hair, it's her eyelashes. Are they professional or are they not?
Lord have mercy.
Like, I'm like, can y'all just let these women live?
Is your Botox professional? Right. Shut up.
But it's always black women.
It always is.
Always about black women, dress style, hairstyles. We the only people that, I swear to gosh, in a workplace, somebody will try to come up and touch your hair. Like, it.
Stop doing that.
How is that even appropriate?
We've said that before. Stop doing that. Stop asking if you can touch someone's hair. Please. Stop touching people. We've said this before.
Multiple times. Stop doing it. It's ignorant.
Quite.
We're gonna move along because we could be on this topic all year.
This could be one that chews up an entire episode. Yes.
All right. So, I don't know if you saw the Caitlin Clark's woke moment, according to the Caitlin Clark fanboys, and I knew when I saw that they were gonna try to say she's trying to be woke or claiming that she's woke or whatever.
No, I haven't seen that. I saw she won
her social
what was it,
media
Athlete of the
outlets.
Year, but I didn't see that part.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that, so
And
I
the
have no
social
idea.
media outlets and stuff, and the platforms that support her, the ones that are pretty much, I'm gonna tell you why they got pissed off, because their whole messaging, there's whole YouTube, like YouTubers or whatever, content creators who made content when Caitlin Clark was going into the W and while she was in the W, and their whole narrative was all these black women are so jealous of Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, when I tell you they are so pissed, they are so pissed. Like, I seen a title on YouTube today that was like, "Oh, the black lesbians forced Caitlin Clark to come out with that statement."
Wait, what was it?
WNBA.
What was it?
It was her statement, literally,
because I really don't know.
Of, like, I'm not gonna say word for word, but
right.
This is literally pretty much the gist of it. Was like, I understand that I've earned a lot of what I have. And I'm never gonna like discredit myself for that.
Okay.
But I also take into account that white privilege is a thing.
Oh, y'all hate when we acknowledge that. I don't know why. There's not.
She pretty much was like, I understand that I play in the league, whereas though a lot of the black women players that came before me, and even the ones that are in the league, do not have the same privileges that I do. And but she didn't use privilege in that sentence, but that was the connotation, because it followed the sentence about the privilege.
Right.
And it pretty much was like, I understand, like, a lot of them didn't have the same opportunities as I have, and they won't have the same opportunities that I have, but they should still be appreciated and still have the endorsements and things of that nature, because this league was built on the backs of black women. And they could, when I tell you, they in a frenzy. Oh my Lord, are they in a frenzy?
If someone is curious, run back. This might be within our first 10 episodes. I literally said that was going to happen. I said the minute she is given either the permission from her team or she takes it upon herself to acknowledge the unfairness, y'all were going to have a bitch fit. I told y'all that was going to happen. And look what happened. The minute she did it, whether she was told to or not, because like we said, we've theorized that might be why she never gives interviews, is because she don't want to be caught off guard by a question about that she hasn't gotten the okay from her team to answer. I told y'all that was going to happen.
I mean, it is crazy. It's
I told
the fact
you
that she understood the assignment. And they
and I'm glad she did.
Because my thing is this: not every black woman that played in that league was jealous of Caitlin Clark.
No,
Caitlin Clark just got the same rookie treatment that a couple of the other rookies got.
Yeah,
hers was just a little bit more extensive because she had the media attention on her. Most of her, her games were televised and things of that nature, so people were paying closer attention. Other rookies was getting beat up too. It wasn't just Caitlin Clark.
Nope.
Now the flip side of this stuff is, a lot of them talk trash on the court. Some of these tempers it don't matter if it was Caitlin. It could have been anybody else that said that same thing. They still gonna run them over, knock them over. But you got men that's gonna be like, well, she's bringing in attention, like you don't want to hurt her. They did not push that girl hard enough to hurt her.
They did
Get
not.
over it.
They really didn't.
The one that got done the dirtiest was Angel Reese. She got closed live. But that's a whole other story. It's just like let the girl, she can have an opinion. She's allowed to have an opinion without it being blamed on the fact them black women that leave didn't push her to do nothing.
Nope.
And then the fact that you use the term like lesbian, because we all know majority of the women in that league are more than likely lesbian, right? There's still straight women that play in that league, but you chose the fact to say the lesbians of the league.
Yeah, because now you're shifting the target. You're shifting the target from the color of their skin to their sexual orientation. You're trying to shift. You're trying to shift the argument because now she's acknowledged, right, that she's removed. What that was maybe an attempt to do is remove the argument, the color argument. Like she kind of took it from them and was like, no, I received this privilege because of what I look like. So when she did that, they couldn't keep arguing that. Now they're going to throw everything else on top of it that they can to try to compound the ignorance. Like now you're doubling down on it.
But I think with the whole privilege thing, once she said privilege, I knew people was going to react to specific.
There is nothing.
And they was going to take what she was saying out of context. Like, I literally saw comments of dummies and some of the other YouTubers that want to push that goofy narrative or whatever. Literally, like, when I say that they literally took that so far out of context, they talking about, baby girl, it wasn't your privilege, it was your skill. She never said, if you paid attention, she said I earned all,
right,
like, I
but I
these
got
things.
some breaks.
She's saying that some of the breaks, that the offers that she got,
Yeah.
came because of her privilege. Some of the
Right.
things that she got in life, not necessarily just related to basketball, came because of the color of her skin. And y'all could not handle that. Nowhere in there did she not say she wasn't as talented enough to get these offers. There is she never took away from her talent.
There is nothing that ignorant, racist white people hate more than another one saying, I acknowledge white privilege. There is nothing they hate more.
In the comments too, because all they want to look at is this the sport. Like, why we keep throwing race on the sport? Because very much so, like the dummy just said, the black lesbians, he threw the race in the fact that they were lesbians.
Right.
Or he thought majority of the ones that were attacking her were lesbian.
Right.
Into this mix. So they still bringing up race.
Yeah.
She just said, my privilege has awarded me some things. She didn't say that it took away from her skill level. Nope. She didn't say that it stopped her from getting to where she was going to go or promoted her further into where she was going to go because she's white. Part of her success is because she's white. Sorry about it. It is
certainly a lot of the fame.
Part of it. It's not a huge chunk like people want to make it out to be, but it is part of it. And the quicker we all acknowledge, okay, she white, we got it.
Right, no one cares.
Ain't nobody never turned on the TV and was like, oh my God, I was so surprised Caitlin Clark was black, like not black. Nobody turned on the TV ever. It was like, ooh, I sure thought she was biracial. Nobody did any of that stuff. Like, let's be for real.
Y'all just need to get your panties out of your ass cracks and move on with life.
Girl, breathe, yeah. Live. A lot of y'all got pissed off because she didn't promote Donald Trump. Like, at the end of the day, she is a human being.
Yeah, they were.
That plays a sport.
Oh my God, they were so mad. Oh my God, they were so mad.
She's an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about it. And two things can be true. She can have privilege while also being skilled.
Uh-huh.
Two things can be true.
They can be.
It is wild to me that
it is
people
crazy.
Are like in an uproar.
So butthurt over that. Y'all.
It is wild. Because my thing is this.
Get off your keyboards, go outside, and live a life away from your TV and your computer. Do yourselves and everyone else a favor. Go outside. Like, for real.
My thing is, we can say that Tom Brady could have also had the same argument at a point in his career. There's a lot of white athletes that are playing in predominantly black sports now.
That's true.
They might not have started out being predominantly black sports, but then like over time, that's what they became.
Mm-hmm.
There's other white athletes that could have this same argument. I'm sorry about it.
Y'all tripping.
Sometimes you just gotta receive a message and keep it moving.
Right. Y'all tripping. Stop tripping.
We know that context clues and reading
are not your strong suit.
Is not some of y'all strong suits.
No.
Hell, your listening skills is terrible. But I digress.
You look dusty.
Moving along. Anyway. So, have you seen the Anok Yai? I think that's how you pronounce her name. Anok. I don't know.
Okay.
She got snubbed for Model of the Year, the British Model of the Year, or whatever.
Oh, very briefly, I saw.
Do you think that was a snub? That is a yes or no answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I've seen multiple comments on this, particularly because I guess people also didn't realize in the beginning that, I want to say the other person's name is Alex that won.
Mm-hmm.
That Alex was a transgender woman, or it identifies as a woman or whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not going to comment on whether or not that the transgender woman should have been participating in there, because that ain't nothing, like, is what it is. But what I will say is, if you seen the two of them side by side, ain't no way Alex should have won this.
No.
It's
If
no
you
way.
if you just look at them next to each other.
That Anok, whatever her name is, Anok, I guess it's Anok. She looks like a daggone Barbie doll.
She does.
Like legit. This woman, or whatever y'all will call Alex, the woman, whatever she is, identifies as, ain't no competition. None. None.
Yeah.
In fact, she looked like one of them white girls that would have been on Top Model back in the day that Tyra Banks would have shaved all their eyebrows off. Like, for real.
Do y'all remember the makeovers? I hope y'all remember. They were terrible. So most of them were terrible. Most of them were trash.
Some of the makeovers was like, bro, you made
remember that time they put that weave in that girl's head?
You made her over because you sure made her under.
Remember that time they put that terrible weave in that girl's head, and then they had to cut it out?
Yes.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about, and you want us to react to that on our channel, let us know.
Please let us know.
Because them makeovers, man.
All I'm gonna say is, this is the second time that girl has been snubbed from winning.
Come on, y'all.
And this is another reason why I really don't want to bring up race, but it really is. It already shows you that they have put a trans woman over an actual woman that's way more beautiful, way more skillful because of the agenda. Like, there's clearly an agenda here. Like, it's no way this woman lost 2 years in a row.
That's crazy. 2 years in a row?
It ain't no way possible.
That's crazy.
And she pretty much put out a statement like, you know what, I ain't even want it. I don't even need it. Like, she bowing out.
That's resignation.
Like, she had to, I would have like dipped off too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, clearly this competition
2 years in a row, yeah.
Who the better person is. Like, who the actual winner is.
Right.
Because it's not. Y'all made that abundantly clear.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly what it is. It's about race.
Mm-hmm.
At that point in time.
That's crazy.
Sorry about it. Anywho.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get into this story time about this let's just say it was a blind date. No, actually, you know, it wasn't even a blind date. It was a date. Two people met online or whatever. Woman and man, they met online.
Okay.
They decide to go out to this restaurant. Like, this lady's like, I'm gonna just meet him at the restaurant, whatever, no big deal.
Okay.
Yada yada, whatever. So they meet at the restaurant, they have dinner, everything goes seemingly well, good conversation, whatever. But obviously the girl didn't feel comfortable enough. Like, she's not going back to his place. She's like, I'm going home.
Okay.
He cut out, he went his direction, he went home.
Mm-hmm.
So she finally makes it home, and then he calls her and was like, hey, like, I'm locked out of the house or whatever the case may be. He couldn't get in, his roommate went home, whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, okay, cool. I guess you can come over. She was like, but I'm going to bed. You can stay in the living room or whatnot. So meanwhile, while he's like out in the living room, he goes and like knocks on the door. He's like, hey, I need a charger. She's like, oh, it's one in the kitchen. I mean, you just charge your phone up in the kitchen or whatever. So while 15 minutes go by, he comes back to the door. Hey, the charger not working. She's like,
you just trying it.
Okay. So I guess she gets him a charger or whatever. Boom. He goes back in the living room. He comes back. I guess he needed something else. I can't remember what the other item was. He comes back to her door, like he's banging on it or whatever. He's like, hey, I need whatever. And at this point, she's starting to get alarmed because, like, how he's so persistent about it. He keeps going on. He keeps needing different things. And she's like, I'm just trying to go to sleep. Like, this strength. Like, I don't know this guy from campaign. So he's starting to get, like, kind of, like, aggressive in his speech a little bit. So she calls the police. The police get there. They come into the apartment. And, like, I guess, first of all, when he came to the door, I guess his demeanor was off or whatever. and the cops come in and they see this fool has put black plastic down, all like actually clear plastic all over the living room. So he was getting ready to murder this damn girl more than likely, because why else would you have plastic all over my living room? Yeah, so the police pretty much take him out, they arrest him, they get her out of the room, they like, hey, like it's some things out here like I think you need to see. She comes out and it's plastic everywhere.
Oh my God.
Ain't no way. Let me tell you something.
First of all,
and this is why they say, I'm sorry, sir. You wouldn't have been over there no way.
Okay, yeah, because first of all,
roommate, no roommate, you'd have had to call your mom, dad, hell, call a dog. I don't care who you call, somebody would have had to let you in.
Right. That would have been my first question. Why the hell are you calling me? And secondly, if I am her friend, she getting her ass beat. Because who did she think she just gonna let someone over? She didn't tell nobody. She didn't tell nobody he was there. You had no one with you, no backup. What the hell were you thinking? Nope. If I'm her friend, I'm beating her ass. I'm sorry. That's stupid. You never fall for that. Never fall for that.
No, I'm just like, you don't know this man at all. Nothing about him.
Our mothers and grandmothers work too hard to teach us common sense for us to be falling for shit like this. Listen, ladies,
I'm trying to tell you.
No.
You thought you was finna do what?
First of all, you ain't coming over. You're not coming over because I met you there for a reason.
Because I know the initial thought would have been like, oh, he's just trying to sleep with me.
That would have been my initial thought.
Then after that would have been like, no,
he's crazy.
Yeah, something off.
Yeah, no.
And I'm glad she did call the police, because he probably broke down her door while she was knocked out and did whatever he was going to try to do.
Probably. Oh, hell no.
Anyway.
Here
we go. I'm tired of seeing these videos.
Which ones?
And the reason being is because we all gotta choose better friends, better coworkers, just better people.
Okay. Life.
So why are we still seeing videos of people going out to a restaurant with a large bill and then people can't figure out how to pay it all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand.
That's a good question. Like, I can't answer that.
Just now think about the bill when the bill get to the table.
That's a good question.
And in other news, guess what? You can kind of gauge how high the bill was going to be as a group while you sit at the table, people order.
Yep. You sure can.
You can literally
you asked to keep a menu.
Because I'm telling you right now, somebody got cut out. Hey, how many ways? And then you got to find out stuff before you get to the restaurant.
You have to ask.
Do y'all split the bill?
How many ways?
If not,
can we split payment?
You have to find out.
Can it be individual seats? Yeah, y'all got to find out. Can we split ticket? Y'all don't be doing enough prep work.
Not even.
No.
Because I'm telling you right now, we gonna figure out how this is getting paid before we sit down, especially if it's like a birthday party or something like that.
It's got to be figured out.
Paying for the person meal that birthday it is.
Yeah.
Like, how is this working out? I don't get it. Like, people just do all types of stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I mentioned briefly one time before. Typically, normally it's me and you going somewhere, but there was one year for her birthday. It was us, her best friends, and then some of her coworkers.
Absolutely.
It was not a drama, not a problem, not a nothing. Because as soon as she walked away, we were like, all right, what are we doing? And if someone said, I came here to pay for what I eat, all right, cool. Thank you for saying that. So you ain't gonna be expected to put it on nothing else. You just gotta be adult enough to address it. Y'all act like y'all can't ask someone like, hey, before we even get into this, how are we doing this at the end? Because if you are adult enough to say, hey, I didn't come here with a lot of extra, I can, I came to pay for what I eat. Can throw in, extra on a tip. That's fine. Just be adult enough to say it out loud. Stop pretending, stop fronting, and stop faking, because you're going to be the one looking stupid at the end of the night.
Absolutely.
And you're probably going to ruin whatever relationship you had with the person whose birthday it is.
Mm-hmm. It's not even worth all of that.
It's really not.
First of all, who the heck ordering $1,500 of food anyway? I'm trying to tell you right now. I'm not saying like the 1%ers and people that can afford to just go out and just spend $1,500.
Right, that's one thing.
Cool.
Yeah. But the average person cannot afford that.
And even if I do have it, which in case of point, every now and then I probably could go out and spend $1,500 on a milk. I'm not going out and spend $1,500 on a milk.
No.
It is not that serious.
That's a waste.
It is. For what purpose?
Yeah, that's a huge waste.
Like, am I going out to spend $1,500 on some food? I'm just not fitting to do it.
Right. And then on top of that, in these circumstances, with people that you ain't going to be talking to in 6 months either.
Nah, if I want to spend $1,500, then going to be in a group setting for food. Hell no. Like, I'm going out on a date or something. Like, I'm not. This is not get ready to. No, give me some Wagyu or something. Like it.
Right. I mean, that's going to be an expensive adventure.
No.
Yeah, no.
Anywho,
y'all pickers are off.
We'll keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your opinion on this? Older men finally ready to settle down with younger women after years of running around on
the women his age. Married. Y'all be waiting too damn long, because by the time you're ready to settle down and you done what they say, sow your wild oats, you looking for these young girls. No,
and a lot of them starting to come to their senses finally, unlike some of these past generations.
Yeah.
You either gonna have the girl that's about to use the hell out you because she can,
right,
or you're gonna have the girl that's about to be smart as hell and be like, I'm not doing that to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna sit up here and run around for years and years and years, running around treating these women all funky, and then you gonna try to use up my damn youth,
right,
for your own benefit. No,
true. That's very true.
She, like, the chick pretty much was like, just go find
whatever you looking for,
somebody in your age range
away from me.
Don't come this way with that same energy. And when I tell you, this dude was so baffled that this chick on TikTok literally said this to this man, and he was just sitting there with a dumb look, like, huh? Like, no, it makes perfect sense. You're not fitting to use my youth up, sir. Because
that's a good way to put that.
You wanted to run around for 30 years of your adulthood and not get your shit together.
That's true.
And you didn't value the family you had.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't want to settle down. And now all of a sudden you want to settle down. You want to find somebody in their mid to late 20s.
Right, that's giving creep vibes.
Or early 30s at that. Like, you're doing too much.
Yeah, if you're in your 50s or 60s, that's giving creep vibes.
And then you probably already got kids that's the same age as this girl.
You might even have a grandkid the same age.
Like, just doing
that's nasty.
Too
Y'all
much.
Nasty.
Too much. There is, it's the show on now. I think it's called like Later Daters or something like that. I think it's on Netflix. It's a show, a dating show for, I think, the 50+ age range or something like that. Like, they all trying to find love, but they literally in their own age range.
Okay.
You see how that sound, Otis?
We might have to check that out.
These young girls don't really want y'all. Bring them worms and shit. Like, don't nobody want that. Like, what you talking about?
No worms.
You just set up and threw everything. Thinking that shit didn't stink. Now you about to be old and alone. Because a lot of these young girls starting to come to their senses and be like, and they're not as damaged as some of these other. What happens is they really just look for the most damaged girl they can find that's going to set that bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of times they do.
Because my thing is this: if I'm 25 and you approach me and you 50, in the back of my mind, I would be like, why are you even coming my way?
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm attractive or not.
Yeah.
Why are you over here?
You too damn. Are you old enough to be?
And which one of them can take your way? And it's the prime example. This is how you know somebody damaged or didn't grow up with like a decent family. I can't take you. How I'm gonna take you home to see my father and y'all the same age?
You might even be older than him.
Like, what we talking about? Like, how is this even? That's not normal.
It's not.
These not biblical times. This is not normal. This is not even early, like, after death years. Like, this ain't early AD.
Not biblical time.
Like, what you talking about? You finna come over here. We finna start a family. Didn't you start 3 of them already? Not finna be your full family you started. You damn broken homes you got. You trying to come over here with that energy.
My God. You're stupid.
Come on, I can buy you the world. Well, you done bought everybody the world at this point.
But how many worlds you buying?
Like, bro, like, stop. You gonna go home with some old damaged ass girl that's just gonna bend and do whatever it is that you want her to do. Y'all know what y'all doing with y'all that age.
Right.
Chasing after them young damaged ass girls. Some of them starting to get help. Y'all in a world of trouble now.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. It's always gonna be gold diggers out there.
Yes.
It's always gonna be some of them. Don't you even worry about it.
Yeah, there's never gonna be a shortage of that.
She run that pension up. Don't you worry about it.
If y'all are in agreement, absolutely have at it. If y'all are in agreement.
A lot of men that like, well, she an adult, she can make her decision. That just shows me how unadult your ass is. Because you mean to tell me that a 50-year-old and a 19-year-old got something in common?
Nothing.
You got to be losing your everlasting ass mind.
You losing your marbles.
Nothing that y'all got in common.
You need to go find your marbles. You lost them somewhere. Go get them.
It's not. I'm trying to tell you right now. Stop it. Leave these young girls alone.
Yeah. Yeah, leave them alone.
Like, go find your match. Maybe she in her 40s. You 50, she in her 40s. That ain't that bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
You up here trying to get you a 21, 22-year-old talking about you want some children. Knowing damn well you already... The reason why you want children, because you already ruined it with all your adult children, because you tore up all they damn homes. Now, all of a sudden, let me do right and actually raise some kids. No. Come over here with that
smoke. Right, that ship already sailed.
Grandkids. What you talking about? It's so upsetting. Like,
that is.
It's the fact that he just, like, if I wish you could have just seen this dude's face. Like, he literally was appalled that she had the audacity to say that to him.
I can't.
And she was just like, no, like, you already done been out there running around. You done lived your life. You've been living life all this time. And you
trying to lock somebody down so they can't go live theirs.
Trying to lock down somebody young because you now all of a sudden ready to settle down. He was like, and what's wrong with that? Age ain't nothing. She said, oh, no. You not getting ready to hit me with that age.
Age is a lot of things and a number.
She said, because I'm wrong. No. You done created all these broken homes, broke up your marriage and all this other stuff because you weren't ready now all of a sudden at 50. Now you're old but want to be ready.
No,
it don't work like that.
It's too late. Too late.
Don't. And the moral of the story is, Otis, go find you an ARP awardee and go about your life.
It's the fact that you keep talking to imaginary Otis.
Otis, I'm trying, because they all come with that old Otis energy. Otis just sound like somebody that try to be sitting on the couch next to you and be trying to rub your thighs or something. Like, no. Anyway.
No.
Let us know how y'all feel. Like, comment,
share,
subscribe, and
come
we'll
back
see
and
you
see
guys
us
next time.
Bye.
Peace.
Not Otis.